Okay, students. So after the double fertilization process, we leave this topic previously, that the types of the ovule present. So we are just looking out their names and their diagrams, and we are correlating them, so that in any case, if it is come, then you have to understand it, that many times the board people will ask, draw the anatropous ovule. That you have to know that's a normal ovule, which, because only anatropous ovule is given in your NCERT. Clear? So first of all is the orthotropous ovule. Such type of orthotropous ovule is look like this. ठीक है? In this, what happened, the clasel and the funicle are in the straight line. See, we know that this region is known as the funicle and this region is known as the clasel end, which is opposite to the micropylar, is known as the clasel end, and it is in the straight line with that funicle. They are both in the straight line. Such type of ovule is known as the orthotropous, which is present in the cycas, which is a kind of a gymnosperm plant. Clear? Next is the anatropous. Observe this anatropous. The funicle is present like this and your micropylar region is in this manner. Okay, so micropylar lie close to the hilum region. Hilum is a junction between your ovule and your funicle. Clear? Hilum lie just in the level of that micropylar region. Such type of ovule are known as the anatropous. Now next is the campylotropous. Such type of ovule are in the curved form like this. They are forming like C, the curvature form. The perfect C is forming like here. Clear? These are present in the Leguminosae family. Leguminosae basically the pulses family. Such type of things we will observe. Second is the hemianotropous. Hemianotropous. Hemi means the half, which is not completely like the anotropous, but they are having the characteristics half of it. For example, the micropylar region are present here. The micropylar region are present here. They are close to the hilum but not perfectly. Perfectly they are close. They are forming a perfect 90-degree angle. You can observe this. This is a 90-degree angle. Okay, this is the funicle region. This is a funicle region. They are forming a 90-degree angle. Here they are not forming any sort of angle. Clear? Here they are forming the 90-degree angle. Done? Now next is your amphitrophus. Amphitrophus in this ovule as well as the embryo sac is curved like the horseshoe. You have observed that horseshoes like structure is there like this. They are in the horse we are fitting this such type of this, and they are toes. That's why it's known as horseshoe toe structure. That is next is the Cercinotropous. Cercinotropous, these type of ovules are very unique. Okay, they are present first of all the Opentia family, the cactus family they are present. These ovules turn at more than 360-degree angles, so funicles becomes coiled around the ovule. See, this is the funicle and the you can look at this. जैसे हम किसी को गांठ बांध रहे हैं उल्टा घुमा के, तो जैसे अपन बॉल के ऊपर किसी रस्सी को बांध रहे हो, ठीक है, तो ये बॉल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है. इन्होंने फ्यूनिकल को उठाकर पूरा इस तरीके से इसके चारों तरफ ऐसे लपेट दिया है. तो इस तरह का फ्यूनिकल जो है वो ओपेंशिया वगैरह की फैमिलीज में है. ओके, नाउ दिस वी हैव डन earlier. Now we are doing this. We are just revising it. ठीक है, it's a very simple diagram. So you can make this diagram in your copy also. If anyone will ask about write the process of megasporangiasis, so explain in your own words and then draw this diagram with it. Okay, it's a very good diagram. It's not given even in your NCERT. Clear? So megasporangiasis, mega means big one, sporangiasis is a formation of spore. So my megaspore mother cell, MMC, here megaspore mother cells. Clear? They get meiosis. Under the process of meiosis they form the megaspore. What's the megaspore? Ovule is the megaspore. Done? Now embryo sac and the mother cell, these are in the diploid condition. They form with the help of the process of meiosis. They undergrow to form 4 haploid cells. Done? In which one will resist, one will be stay, and other 3 will get degenerate. Done? The one cell which is present, that is the inner cell, grows and it forms the megaspore or the embryo sac which is in the haploid condition. Done? Now that one megaspore get nourished by the nucellus, basically not nourished by the nucellus membrane, and that form with the help of the mitosis, and nearest micropylar region they form 2 type of cells, with the matlab one mitosis, if the process of division will take place, one cell to form two cells. Now the female gametophyte or embryogenesis, four cells are formed. That four cells ultimately such type of arrangement will be developed here. Done. Now the nuclear fission will take place, and we know that the mature embryo sac female gametophyte just before the fertilization, it's a very important line, look at here, 7 nuclei present, 6 are haploid and 1 is diploid. Okay. Now the 7 nuclei present, 7 nucleus is there in which 6 are haploid and 1 is the diploid region. Done. Because we are considering these two cells, so we are considering them diploid because it's one cell in which two nucleus are present. Clear? Now, many times they may ask such type of question, write down the difference between the microsporangenesis and megasporangenesis. So you can write down it as it is. Microsporangenesis, the formation of microspore from the pollen mother cell by the meiosis. It's very clear that in the micro means the pollen formation, mega means the egg formation. Megaspore means basically the egg. The formation of megaspore is known as the megasporangenesis, and the formation of the microspore is known as the microsporangenesis. One will take place in the anther, other will take place in the ovule. Here the 4 functional microspore are produced. They are 4 functional, but in the megasporanges only 1 functional megaspore is produced. Okay.